Hello, everyone, and welcome to Elmhurst, our kind of town. I'm Tim Calderwood with you on the campus of Elmhurst College here in Elmhurst as Elmhurst College women's basketball team prepares to meet North Central College in this CCIW showdown here at R.A. Fagottle Hall. Elmhurst comes into the matchup finding themselves right in the thick of things in the CCIW race, and they'll need every victory they can come up with the rest of the way as they prepare to take on North Central College here at home. North Central has yet to win a CCIW contest, but these are always the challenges. Elmhurst will try to take advantage of their home court in moments.
Now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Cardinals of North Central. 5'7" freshman and number 3, Callie Resin. 5'7" junior number 5, Jenny Swanson. 5'7" junior number 23, Sophie Newson. 5'5" senior number 32, Helen Mulea. And 5'10" senior number 34, Emily Collins. The Cardinals are coached by Michelle Roof and enter tonight's game with an overall record of 6-13.
That's not good. You just lost the power here, didn't we?
Yep, we did.
Where is it at?
Go.
There we go.
And now the starting lineup for your Elmhurst College Blue Jays. 6'1" freshman, 00, Fiona McMahon. 5'9" sophomore, number 3, Devin Vaughn. 5'10" freshman, number 11, Tess Goddard. 5'5" sophomore, number 23, Jordan Maisto. And 6 foot tall senior number 34, Megan Ney. The Blue Jays are coached by acting head coach Todd Sherman, assisted by Scott Davis, Natasha Williams, and Matt Bernier. Elmhurst enters tonight's contest with an overall record of 15-4. Colleges and universities of the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin believe that good sportsmanship is an integral component of intercollegiate competition. The College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin wholeheartedly.
It's time for basketball. Elmhurst and North Central. Elmhurst enters the contest 15-4, 6-2 in the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin. North Central is 6-13. They are winless at 0-8. The Cardinals have lost 9 in a row. Elmhurst without a couple of bodies today. Megan Merklin banged up, sitting in the contest. Blue Jays are also without head coach Tethany Carrillo. Tethany, if you're watching, we hope that all is well. Todd Sherman is the acting head coach for the Blue Jays today as Elmhurst prepares to take on North Central. Fiona McMahon will start for the Blue Jays in the place of Megan Merklin, who is leading the CCIW in minutes played. Elmhurst wins the tip. Tess Goddard dribbles into the corner, and we're underway. Jordan Maisto passing on the 3, driving, bouncing for Megan Ney, in and out. Ney, though, follows up and converts. Megan Ney's offensive numbers have dipped a bit this year, but her rebounding skills certainly have not fallen by the wayside, averaging 8.8 rebounds per contest. Blue Jays take advantage of venture number 1 up the floor. Driving down the lane is Jenny Swanson. And Swanson will even up the contest. Jenny Swanson is the leading scorer for North Central, averaging under 8 points per game. It's a very balanced team across the board, North Central. Points can come in a whole bunch of different places. Shot clock down to 10. Swanson working on Maisto. Feeding Godhard in the corner. Up high towards Vaughn. Her three-pointer is money. Devin Vaughn is pumped up as Elmhurst grabs the 5-2 lead here in the first half. Tim Calderwood with you. Glad to have you alongside. Elmhurst, our kind of town. Women's basketball action today. Shot clock down to 10 from the left elbow. The jumper from Sophie Newson is no good. Shot clock continuing to wind down. Newson had a second chance. And here comes Elmhurst looking to press. Devin Vaughn will pull up. Her J off the mark. Fiona McMahon attempts to keep it alive, and it's out of bounds, staying with the Blue Jays. For North Central to win this ball game today, they're going to have to find a way to slow down Elmhurst. North Central averaging only 58.6 points per contest. Elmhurst, meanwhile, sits third in the conference at 65 points per ball game. Emily Collins is held up on her way to the basket. First foul of the evening. It's charged to Tess Godhard. Team foul number 1. 5-2 Elmhurst advantage. Callie Resin isolated. Works around Godhard, and Devin Vaughn reaches out and pokes it free. Helen Malaya taking her time. Spotting Collins. Back out it comes. North Central led by head coach Michelle Roof. Swanson for the tie. North Central is third in the CCIW in three-point percentage. Jenny Swanson able to tie the ball game. She was 7th in the conference entering play today, and an offensive foul charged to Fiona McMahon will hand the ball back to North Central.
Fiona McMahon, her first, second foul on the Bluejays.
North Central with a chance to grab the lead for the first time in the ball game. And going back to Swanson and hitting another three-pointer. Consecutive triples for Jenny Swanson, and North Central owns an 8-5 lead. As we mentioned, North Central winless in the CCIW. Now it's Swanson knocking it away. Off to the races, able to chase it down, and North Central has possession off the turnover. 3 on the way from Newson, short. Megan Ney chasing down in the corner. 3 minutes into the ball game, it's an 8-5 advantage for North Central. Ney will set the screen for Maisto. Godhard driving baseline, outside the lane, up and scores. Tess Godhard has been extremely impressive in her freshman campaign for the Blue Jays. Second leading scorer at 11.9 points per game. Resin, free throw line extended. Able to recover as Vaughn went for the steal. And the officials will talk about whether there was a change of possession and if the 30-second clock should be reset. And they'll reset it to 26. Odd number. Meeting number 69 all-time between North Central and Elmhurst in women's basketball. North Central holds the all-time series advantage 42-26. But Elmhurst has won 12 of the last 15. Resin, free throw line extended, back iron. And it's one and done. Elmhurst has won 6 in a row over North Central entering play today. Maisto knifing through to an open Vaughn. Three-pointer, nope. And a rebound for Newson. Meanwhile, Elmhurst can thank Wheaton for tightening things up in the CCIW. Wheaton is 76-74 overtime victory over Illinois Wesleyan on Saturday, January 28th. Means that the top 4 teams in the conference are all decided by only one game in the loss column. Illinois Wesleyan 7-1. Carthage, Elmhurst, Wheaton, all 6-2. A long three from Swanson, and this is long, but no one boxes out on the rebound. Underneath, Collins was forced to adjust, and Megan Ney may have caught a piece. 8-7 North Central with the lead. First substitution of the contest. Nikki Schaefer will replace Megan Ney. Elmhurst for most of the season has pretty much been operating with a 2-point guard look. Devin Vaughn and Jordan Maisto, both very capable with the ball in their hands. It's Vaughn here and a walk. Turnovers have been a problem for Elmhurst this season. They have plagued the Blue Jays from the outset here today. Already 5 turnovers in the contest. A little too hot to handle for Mulea, but Mulea will fall hard to the ground after meeting Devin Vaughn. And Mulea is charged with a foul for North Central. That is her first, and the first on the Cardinals here in the opening 20 minutes of play as well. Rotating around the arc. McMahon posting. Nikki Schaefer will drive. Clear out to Maisto. Plenty of time to work with. Maisto strong to the hole. Schaefer is there to help out. Second chance, no. Rebound for Maisto. Here comes a third opportunity for Elmhurst. And Maisto will ease it out. Schaefer in traffic. Pulls up from 15 and hits. Nikki Schaefer, the sophomore from Florida, up off the bench for the Blue Jays here in the early goings. Elmhurst back in front for the first time at 5-2. Swanson targeting Hernandez in the corner. Posting and calling is Murphy. Tried a low post move. McMahon defended perfectly. Devin Vaughn wants to lob. Schaefer will dribble once. Around the arc we go. Vaughn and Maisto playing catch. Shot clock at 8. Schaefer drives in. That's swatted. Good defense by Emily Murphy. Collides with an official. Elmhurst up a point. A whole lot of fresh bodies at the scorer's table each way. Mulea around a screen from Murphy towards the rack, over the top of Vaughn and in. North Central back in front, 10-9. Back and forth start to the matchup here in Elmhurst. Schaefer on the wing, no good. And a foul on the rebound as Swanson tried to dribble away from Devin Vaughn. First foul on Vaughn. Megan Ney re-enters for Elmhurst.
And Shoemaker. Ney back for the Blue Jays. Also checking in is Paige Picciotti.
Paige Picciotti appears for the first time out of Arizona, freshman for Elmhurst. North Central with Bobby Johns now handling the point. Also in is Kelsey Cooling, who will attempt the three-pointer long. Megan Ney could not secure in the lane. Away comes Cooling. Her second chance rattles away. And it's Megan Ney underneath with another big rebound. 4 boards for Megan Ney in the first 7+ minutes. And Devin Vaughn will make her way to the free throw line. Kelsey Cooling with the foul, her first. Devin Vaughn shooting 2. Elmhurst 4th in the CCIW with a .688 free throw percentage this year. As Devin Vaughn converts, the sophomore out of North Aurora. Vaughn played her high school ball at West Aurora. Looking to once again put Elmhurst in front, and does. Marianne Shoemaker is the inbounder for North Central. Also a fresh addition to this Cardinal lineup. Out of the reach of Hernandez. chasing down is Cooling, but over and back leads to a turnover. Sophie Newson returns for North Central. Well, the Cardinals have had a rough year in the CCIW, 0-8, but they are a very young team under Michelle Roof. The Cardinals with only 2 seniors on the roster. Here's Schaefer with her foot on the line. Seven freshmen on the roster for North Central. And a quick answer in the lane. Sophie Newson scores. 13-12, looking for Godhard, who was denied. Malaya fronted defensively off to the races. Ames Hernandez, who will ease it ahead underneath towards Shoemaker. In and out. Rebound out of bounds off of Elmhurst. .58 first half. Newson will sling it around the arc. Newson picks up her dribble, falls to the deck. Plenty of time to work with here for North Central. Newson finds herself wide open, cutting to the basket and on her way to the stripe. Told you Elmhurst is 4th in the CCIW in free throw percentage. North Central is right behind at 68.5%. Get a look at the contact underneath the basket. Newson made her way to the deck. The junior out of Chicago. Fiona McMahon will return for Elmhurst in this 13-all affair. Newson averaging 6.5 points per ball game. That's good for 3rd on this North Central squad. And the Cardinals have the 1-point edge. Around the arc we go. Devin Vaughn starts to move. Over to Picciotti for 3 off the back iron. Cooling comes away. Cooling off to the races. Feeds Hernandez in the corner. Her 3 won't go. And guess who? Megan Ney on the glass again for Elmhurst. Elmhurst out rebounding North Central 11-8 in the early goings of this one. Entry passes knocked aside. Jordan Maisto returns. Maisto flipping around the arc. Shot clock is at 10. Here's McMahon down towards Ney. Knocked away. Picciotti in the lane has it denied. Chelsea Cooling came up with a piece. In transition, here come the Cardinals. Hernandez couldn't handle in the corner. Up high, though, to Cooling. Thought about it for a long time and finally took the shot. 17-13, North Central with the lead after the 3 at a timeout for Elmhurst. There's an excited North Central College bench presently with the 4-point lead here at R.A. Faginal Hall. Tim Calderwood with you. Elmhurst, our kind of town. Todd Sherman acting as the head coach for Elmhurst today. Gathering the squad. 10.5 to play in the first. Not quite to the midway points. Elmhurst 5 of 13 from the field to start. 38%. North Central 6 of 17, 35%. The Blue Jays have turned the ball over 6 times in the early goings. A light press being put on by North Central. No trap, just slight man press. Ney to the free throw line. Shot clock ticking down. McMahon lost it. Away comes Newson. Newson, coast to coast, is foul. The hard foul from Fiona McMahon. That is her second. It'll place Newson to the free throw line where she hit a pair earlier. Good on the first. Newson, an 82% free throw shooter this season. Among the best on the North Central squad.
Back for the Bluejays, also in for Elmhurst, Stephanie Mitchell.
Stephanie Mitchell will take the place of McMahon with 2 fouls. Todd Sherman talking with McMahon on the bench. Fiona McMahon starting for the Blue Jays today, who are without Megan Merklin for the contest. McMahon's first collegiate start here. On the bench with 2 fouls. Nay in the lane, couldn't score from 12. Collins controls the board. Cooling to the basket, nope. Rebound is off the feet of Nay, and it'll stay with North Central, 22 to work with. A 19-13 edge, and Todd Sherman digging deeper into the bench here in the first half. Megan Fitz will enter. Fitz, a sophomore out of Byron, Illinois. Newson retreating. Running the set for North Central. Shot clock half gone. Newson, 4-3, off the mark. Rebound picked up by Johns, out to Swanson. Her three-pointer is blocked by Vaughn. Vaughn off to the races. Vaughn to the basket. And free throws coming for Devin Vaughn, who was also hit on both of her attempts today. Devin Vaughn at 75% from the line this year. You get a look at the block, and then Vaughn coming right at you from behind the foul. First on Bobby Johns as Devin Vaughn's first attempt is in. Elmhurst a 9-3 record at home this year. On second free throw, however, rattles out. The losses to Loris, Illinois Wesleyan, and Wisconsin Stevens Point. Helen Malaya will return for North Central with 8:59 to play in the half. Cooling with a long three-pointer. Newson an offensive board. Too many second chances here early for North Central. Collins starts to move. Denied on the drive, clearing out to Newson, who works on Megan Nay. Here comes Collins with an offensive rebound. Now it's Mulea right around Vaughn to the basket and in. North Central College is in Naperville, also in DuPage County. One of three colleges in the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin from DuPage County. Of course, Elmhurst, one of those as well. Score the bucket for Devin Vaughn. Wheaton College, the other, if you're wondering, and I know you are. Devin Vaughn will try to finish off the three-point play here for Elmhurst. And does.
Back into the game for North Central.
It is 21-17 with 8:14 remaining in the first. Nulea twisting away from Maisto, defended perfectly. As Rezin on the move, and Rezin will scoop and score. 23-17, and again, just that slight man-to-man. We're getting a little bit of problems here for Elmhurst. Maisto, though, will power her way past Mulea. Just put on the jets and drove right around Mulea. Mitchell screens for Schaefer. Bouncing towards Ney, who's surrounded. Off the knee of Schaefer, shot clock at 3. Maisto to her left, top of the key, didn't hit anything with the three-pointer. It's a shot clock violation. 7:21 first half. 23-17, visiting North Central on top. North Central is 3-5 on the road this season. They've actually been a better road team than they have been at home. 4 of the 6 wins total this year coming away from Gregory Arena, counting a neutral floor victory. Collins around Mitchell, nope. But an offensive rebound for Shoemaker, who quickly travels. Devin Vaughn back for Elmhurst. Megan Ney to the bench. Elmhurst almost with a 4-guard lineup here. You can look at Megan Phipps and Nikki Schaefer, basically as swing players who can play either a guard or forward. Speaking of Fitz, the three-pointer, in and out. Under 7 minutes to go in the first. And Resin never knew the pass was coming her way. Bobby Johns returns, a freshman from Loves Park, Illinois. Fitz with the ball in her left hand, will cross over, work on the baseline, out towards Mitchell, right of the lane, converts. 23-19 advantage. Resin picks up her dribble. Swanson backs out. 15 on the shot for North Central. Shoemaker will drive and fall to the floor. Foul is on Fitz. Let's take a look. A little bit of contact there with Shoemaker. Collins off a set play. Left a runner off to the left. Under 6 minutes to play in the first. 23-19. And a whistle before Mitchell had her paws on the basketball. Push from behind. Shoemaker with her first. Team foul number 5. North Central still with 1 to give here in the final 5:52. Ney flipping to Schaefer. Opts to drive. In between defenders, hits. Good decision on the baseline from Schaefer. No help defense came in. She just pulled up and hit. Swanson to the basket, good. 25-21, North Central in front. They've led for most of the first half. The last Elmhurst lead was at 10-9. Here's Maisto with her foot on the line. Well, the perimeter game is heating up for Elmhurst. Todd Sherman pacing the sideline, saying, let's get a stop here. Swanson picks up her dribble and throws it away. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Elmhurst can tie with a bucket, take the lead with a 3. Schaefer in the corner, along 2, no. But an offensive rebound for Ney. Her shot is blocked. And a jump ball will be called on the rebound. Possession error to North Central. 4:37 first half. We told you the top four in the CCIW, Illinois Wesleyan, and then Carthage, Elmhurst, and Wheaton. After that, Milliken is 4-4, North Park 2-6, Augustana 1-7, and North Central winless. Season entering the home stretch. It's the second go-round of contests. Elmhurst dispatched of North Central in Naperville on January 11th, 64-52. Good closeout defense by the Blue Jays. Shot clock at 10. In the lane, it's Shoemaker throwing away. And we've got a timeout. It's a full one for Elmhurst with 4:11 to play in the first half. Take a look at the numbers to this point in the contest. A 25-23 score, North Central with the lead. North Central shooting 33% from the field in the first half, 9 of 27. The Cardinals are 3 of 10 from three-point range, 30%, and 4 of 4 from the line. They do own a 17-14 advantage on the glass as you look in at head coach Michelle Roof and the North Central College Cardinals. Elmhurst, meanwhile, 9 of 22, 41%. Blue Jays are 1 of 4 from three-point range. As we talk about a three-pointer, let's look at the only three of the game for the Blue Jays. Jordan Maisto hitting the jumper moments ago. Referee right on top of the play actually called it a 2 with a foot on the line. Elmhurst with 7 turnovers, North Central 6. The turnovers have actually dropped for the Blue Jays, who turned it over 6 times in about the first 5 minutes of the ball game. 4:11 to play. First half of action here at R.A. Faginal Hall. So glad to have you alongside. Elmhurst, our kind of town. Devin Vaughn, a little behind the back move, crossing half court. Schaefer picks up her dribble. And now it's Vaughn in the corner for 3. Nope. The outside shot has really not been there for the Blue Jays. They're only 1 of 5 so far. Inside of 4 minutes. And a travel. Swanson forgot to put the basketball on the ground when she was rolling. Again, an opportunity for Elmhurst to tie or take the lead. This will be the 3rd try for the Blue Jays. And a turnover. 3:27 first half. Bobby Johns calling out the play. Johns skipping towards the corner. And an offensive foul as Callie Resin plowed over the top of Devin Vaughn as a couple of threes tangle. First foul on Resin. Kelsey Cooling returns. Likewise for Helen Maleo. Let's get a look at the offensive foul. There's Devin Vaughn. Backpedaling. And an official's actually banged up. He's over near the Elmhurst College bench. Receiving some attention from Matt Pasalacqua, one of the trainers here at Elmhurst. Bet he didn't expect to see that. Little battle scar for you. What did you do last night? Oh, nothing. Just reffed a women's college basketball game. Got a little dinged up. Speaking of dinged up, look out. On the floor and in pain is Jordan Maisto. holding her right leg. It's actually her left leg, excuse me. And again, it's Matt Pasalacqua out off the Elmhurst bench. Todd Sherman will come have a look as well. 3:12 left in the first. Elmhurst has had plenty of opportunities to come from behind in the ball game. Let's take a look at the injury. Maisto right away went for that leg. A little bit of a collision. Always tough when you never see that target sliding in. There was a foul on the play. Charge to Larry Ann Shoemaker. It was her second. Both teams using the opportunity here to huddle. Let's take a different look at the injury slot. Maisto being helped to her feet. Not putting any weight, however, on that left leg as she heads over towards the Elmhurst bench. Elmhurst already shorthanded without Megan Merklin here today. And now Jordan Maisto will have a seat and be stretched out behind the Blue Jay bench. It was the 7th foul. And Paige Picciotti will be shooting free throws for Elmhurst. As her first attempt is good. Picciotti in her 11th appearance of the year. Perfect 5 of 5 now from the line. Freshman out of Scottsdale, Arizona. The attempt for the tie off to the left. And North Central continuing to lead. But a clear change in momentum. Malaya, though, will attempt to change that. Blue, an uncontested layup. I imagine that's one she'd like to have back. Devin Vaughn lost the ball. Malaya the steal. Outlets ahead towards Rezin. Rezin scores in transition. 27-24, 2:35 to play in the first. Megan Ney wants the basketball. Here's Schaefer wide open with her foot on the line. No good. Rezin on the take again. Skipping into the block towards Collins. Over towards the open Newson, who hits. Just like that, North Central answers. 4 straight for the Cardinals after Elmhurst had pulled to within 1. 29-24. Chelsea Samuels in the block. Popping out and picking up the ball. Now it's Ney with 10 underneath over the top of Collins. No. Ahead comes Mulea looking to take all the way. Tipping back out to Rezin. Her three-pointers off the mark. Tried to follow the shot. But it's Samuels, the 6-foot freshman, with a rebound for Elmhurst. And now it's the threes tangling again. Rezin collecting foul number 2 to place Devin Vaughn at the line. Megan Fitz and Stephanie Mitchell returning for Elmhurst. Devin Vaughn played in all 25 games last year, starting 4 during her freshman campaign. 4-year varsity letter winner at West Aurora High School. Has been busy from the line here in the first half. Pretty good shooter. Vaughn finished 12th on the IHSA state three-point shootout during her junior year. Hits on both free throws, and it's 29-26. 1:25 to play in the first. North Central basically setting the tone of the ball game here. Collins left uncontested and converts. 31-25. It's Fitz pulling up on a baseline, an air ball. Picciotti tried to volleyball the rebound. Collins working around Vaughn, and that's foul number 2 on Devin Vaughn. Vaughn leading all scorers with 11 points here in the first half.
Personal foul charge to Devin Vaughn.
Has picked up her second with 53 2/10.
Emily Collins.
Take a second look at the contact.
2 shots.
Emily Collins steps to the line for North Central, a senior out of Aurora. Collins and Helen Malaya, the only seniors for North Central. Collins ranks 3rd in the CCIW in rebounding at over 7 ball game. To try and make it a 6-point lead does. And it's Schaefer off the bench again for Elmhurst. Fitz, 4-3. Nope. Mulea the board. Head up, overshooting Hernandez into the Elmhurst bench. .40 4/10 to play in the first half. Fitz. Over towards Schaefer. Fitz with a head and shoulder move. Leans in for 13 and buries. .32-28, North Central up 4. Cardinals will hold for the final shot. Mulea all by herself, drew the foul. Tom Picciotti, and that'll be her first. Free throws upcoming for North Central with 4.8 left. Take a look at the contact between Picciotti and Mulea. Free throw is no good. One more here for Helen Mulea out of DeKalb. Just under 7 points a ball game. Rebound to Mitchell. Here's Schaefer across half court over to Fitz to beat the buzzer. Never set, didn't have a good look, and we have reached the intermission. 32-28, North Central with the lead here at R.A. Faginal Hall at halftime. The Cardinals were able to take control about 5 minutes into the first and led from that point on. Elmhurst had it down to 1, but North Central managed to rebound, and on the road they are up 4 at the break. We step aside. The second half comes your way in moments. Elmhurst and North Central continue women's basketball action in a bit. 32-28, North Central on top at the break. Leads Elmhurst 32-28 in women's basketball action. Let's take a look at the anatomy of a 4-point North Central lead. Leading scorer for North Central, Jenny Swanson, 10 points, 4 of 6 from the floor in the first half, including 2 of 4 on 3-pointers. After Swanson, Sophie Newson contributed 8 first half points for the Cardinals, who shot 36% in the half, 12 of 33. North Central was 5 of 8 from 3-point range and 3 of 10 from the arc in the matchup. The Cardinals did hold a 24-18 advantage on the glass, 9 of which occurred in the offensive end. Leading scorer for Elmhurst, Devin Vaughn, 11 points in the first half, 6 of those coming from the line. Elmhurst shot 34% in the half, 10 of 29. They were 1 of 6 from 3-point range and 7 of 9 at the free throw line. Largest lead of the half, North Central up 7. Elmhurst up 3. We had 4 ties, 5 lead changes in the opening 20 minutes of play, and with that, we're ready for the second. I'm Tim Calderwood with you. It's Elmhurst, our kind of town. Elmhurst turned the basketball over 9 times in the first half. North Central with 9 turnovers as well. Elmhurst 9 points off of turnovers. North Central with 12 off of the Elmhurst miscues. Maisto in the corner, driving baseline, skipping to Godhart, who hits. Well, Tess Godhard can get started. That'll bode well for Elmhurst. Just her second bucket of the ball game. 4 points for the impact freshman. Elmhurst strikes first here in the half, but a quick whistle goes against the Blue Jays. Other numbers from the first half. North Central with a 14-12 advantage. Points in the paint. Second chance points even at 4 apiece. Elmhurst with a big contribution from the bench. 11 bench points in the first 20 minutes. Rightfully so. Elmhurst used a lot of players in the half. They're without Megan Merklin, who entering the matchup here today was the CCIW leader in minutes played. Almost 34 minutes of ball game for Merklin. North Central in the red, opens with the starting 5. The ball is taken away by the Blue Jays. Elmhurst in those sky blue colors. Starting 5 for Elmhurst is out as well. Devin Vaughn, Jordan Maisto, Fiona McMahon, Megan Ney, and Tess Godhart. Vaughn with a nice fake. Just outside the lane and a shooter's roll. Quick timeout for North Central, a 30-second timeout. Elmhurst has come out of the locker room in the first minute and 19 seconds and has scored 4 consecutive points to tie the score up at 32 apiece. Told you Devin Vaughn led Elmhurst in the first half with 11. Nikki Schaefer came off the bench to score 6. After that, the production drops down to 2. A lot of players that you wouldn't necessarily see on the floor. Saw some extended minutes in the first half for Elmhurst. Paige Picciotti appearing for just the 11th time this year. Chelsea Samuels in only her 3rd appearance. Megan Fitz, just her 9th appearance of the year. Todd Sherman, the acting head coach for Elmhurst today. Experimenting with lineups here against North Central, who is winless in the CCIW entering play today. Resin picks up her dribble, will skip it towards Collins. He throws it away. Collins, Resin, Malaya, Swanson, and Newson for North Central. And now it'll be Bobby Johns taking the place of Malaya on the floor. CCIW women's basketball action today. Elmhurst and North Central. Maisto for 3 off the front iron. Newson comes away. Elmhurst needs to do a better job on the glass here in the second half. A little bit of a reach out from Bobby Johns. Crowd wanted a foul. Instead, a foul will be called against Elmhurst on the drive from Newson. And Sophie Newson stepping to the line. Devin Vaughn quickly collects foul number 4. And just over 2 minutes into the second half, Vaughn will exit. And Vaughn will be spending a significant amount of time on the bench here. North Central trying to regain the lead. Newson's second attempt, no good, but an offensive rebound. Resin the board, able to bounce it free. North Central had some issues at the free throw line in the first half. Only 5 of 10 today. Newson over the top of Schaefer. Nope. Fiona McMahon uses the long arms to corral the board. McMahon, a 6'1" freshman, starting for the first time in her college career out of St. Francis High School. Jordan Maisto will turn on the Jets. And it'll be Maisto on her way to the stripe. 2 shots upcoming. First visit for Maisto to the free throw line. She is 18 of 30 this season. First attempt for Maisto is good. Elmhurst with the lead. Maisto appeared in all 25 contests last year, started 15. Finished 3rd on the squad with 43 assists. A 4-year letter winner at Burlington Central High School. Hands Elmhurst the 2-point margin at 34-32. Collins pivots, surrounded. Looks towards Johns in the corner. Quick 3 won't fall. Fiona McMahon cleans up for the Blue Jays. McMahon in and out. Little too much underneath. Away come the Cardinals. Cooling will turn and face, and her three is way off the mark. Plenty to work with for Schaefer, who crisscrosses. McMahon comes to set the screen. Schaefer rolls with 10, steps in from 18, in and out. One and done again, Newson the board. Elmhurst has been a little timid on the glass. Here's an open three from Johns. The big triple puts North Central in front at 35-34. Godhart bounces to Maisto. Maisto will look to answer with a three of her own. Jordan Maisto averaging a touch over 4 points a ball game. Comes up with a big make for the Blue Jays. 15:45 left in the game. 37-35, Elmhurst on top. Johns works her way in, score it, and a foul. Couple of fresh bodies in for Elmhurst. Paige Picciotti and Stephanie Mitchell. For North Central, it's Lauren Hernandez. Bobby Johns looking to finish the three-point play. And does. So now North Central back in front as the teams trade leads here early in the second half. Godhart driving and making her way to the free throw line. Tess Godhart scored 11 for Elmhurst in the 64-52 victory over North Central back on January 11th, as you get a second look. Tess Godhart shooting 2, but the free throw is no good. Megan Merklin poured in a career-best 31 at 64-52 victory. And the Blue Jays are without Merklin in the contest. Even at 38 apiece. Underneath, scoring the bucket, is the open Sophie Newson. .40-38. The back and forth nature continues. Megan Ney is bothered underneath. Second foul charge to Emily Murphy. Elmer's patient here. Godhart in the lane, turning around, connecting. Out of bounds. Second chance look at the drive for North Central. Marissa Clattis did not play in the first half. Clattis out of Marian Catholic, a highly respected girls basketball program. gives way to the driving Johns. North Central retains with 2 on the shot clock. And the referees will step in here. Officiating crew for the ball game: John Dacey, Robert Jenkins, Randy Fox. North Central lines up in the stack. Catch and shoot scenario. Newson, one dribble to her right, bounces into the post. That's just poor recognition. How do you not know coming off of a set play that you need to catch and shoot? Newson draws the ire of Michelle Roof on the North Central bench. Six minutes into the second half, we're even at 40 apiece. And a foul is called. It's on Gladys, her first. It's 16 total fouls called in the first half. That is the 7th in the second. What a take by Fitz. And contact, offensive foul. Tess Goddard stepped in and drew the charge. Could we have a changing of the tide here in the second half? Timeout, North Central. It is a full timeout. It's 13:36 to go in the ball game. 42-40. Elmhurst on top. Let's take a look at the numbers in the matchup. Elmhurst shooting 41%, 15 of 37. North Central is at 37%, 15 of 41. North Central with a big edge on the glass, 30-21 over Elmhurst. North Central actually came into the contest being out-rebounded in every matchup, while Elmhurst held a +3 margin on the glass. +3 margin for Elmhurst in the top half of the CCIW. Sitting 4th, while North Central ranks 6th. $13:36 to go. Tess Goddard will inbound for the Blue Jays. Shortman along the baseline as it knocked away. Here comes Collins. It's a 4-on-1. Collins draws the contact. And free throws coming here for Emily Collins after the foul. Collins out of Aurora. Megan Ney back in for Elmhurst. 42 aside with 13:03 to go. Schwartman around the arc to Picciotti. That'll be Schaefer with the shot clock ticking down to 10. Schwartman dribbles in from 18. High banker still rolling. Offensive rebound for Ney. Second chance, no. And a foul on the ground. Tess Godhart draws the contact. Foul is on Larry Ann Shoemaker. That is her third. Team foul number 6. So the next foul will place Elmhurst at the free throw line in this tie ball game. Schaefer, free throw line extended, short. Ney fought for the rebound, but it'll end up in the front row. Down low, Collins is denied. Shortman traveled, a little hesitation. Still a lot of time left in the ball game. Here's Megan Fitz giving a break to Schaefer. Who wants to take control here in the second? Cooling, air ball. Fitz with a rebound. Has it taken away by Resin. Resin around Schwartman, no. Here comes a second chance for Shoemaker, who will find herself visiting the free throw line. Larry Ann Shoemaker at the line. Hits for North Central. Emily Murphy is in. A look ahead for Elmhurst. They have home games left with Milliken and Carthage. And we have a turnover. Somebody moving in the lane. Looks like a foot snuck into the lane according to Randy Fox. The road games remaining for Elmhurst at Wheaton, at Augustana, at Illinois Wesleyan. So Elmhurst with one game at home against the team they are battling in the CCIW and 2 on the road. 43-42, North Central up 1. Here's Godhart from 16. It's long. Bobby Johns on the move. Johns all the way. Swatted away. Megan Fitz with a piece defensively. Nearing the midway point of the second half. Continues to be tight. Maisto for the lead. Short. Godhart, though, all alone. Easy second chance bucket for Godhart. 44-43. North Central quick to answer with Cooling. And a timeout for Elmhurst. A 30-second timeout taken by Todd Sherman and company. With 10:25 left in the ball game. It's North Central up 1, 45-44. And this has indeed been a back and forth contest here at R.A. Faginal Hall. Todd Sherman spending a quick timeout here. It'll be Elmhurst basketball. Ney, Maisto, Fitz, Schwartman, and Godhart. This combination has been working. It's an interesting combo, but when you're without your leading scorer, you have to dig deep. How about Fitz? Money from the land of three. And at the midway point of the second half, Elmhurst is up to 47-45. Give and go towards Murphy, who will even things up. .9:45 left. In the corner, another look at a three. This from Schwartman. High archer. Malaya comes away. Scoots it towards the edge. Rezin converts. .49-47 North Central. Megan Ney showcases her range. Just over 9 minutes to go. Swanson throws it away. 49 apiece as Maisto will sashay ahead. Skip to the corner for Schwartman, whose drive attempt is denied. Plenty of time to work with here. Now it's Fitz, three-pointer, nope. And Malaya closes out on the glass. Swanson in the corner had a solid start for North Central, but has been quiet since. Up and under move over the top. Shoemaker scores. A little hesitation from Schwartman. Finally towards the lane. Ney uses the glass. Bank shot for Ney, who has picked up her offensive load here in the second. 51 apiece. To the corner towards Swanson. Long triple. Nobody chased down the rebound, though. Malaya came all the way across the court. Swanson will skip along the baseline. And out of bounds to Elmhurst. Stephanie Mitchell, Paige Picciotti. Return for the Blue Jays. Not too far behind is Nikki Schaefer. 51 apiece with 7:32 to go. And a hold underneath. That'll be the 7th foul against North Central, which means it is free throw time the rest of the way for Elmhurst. The honors belong to Tess Godhart. Won a couple of state championships while at Hinckley Big Rock High School. Saw her high school head coach Greg Burks in the house. 1-1 for Godhart, who's a 65% free throw shooter this year. Puts Elmhurst ahead, 52-51, and another one coming for the freshman. It's just like the first, 53-51. Mulea tries to take. Directs it instead to Hernandez. Godhart read it. The steal. Godhart to the basket. You betcha. Tess Godhart with a solid defensive play. Turns it into points on the offensive end and a 4-point edge for Elmhurst. Inside of 7 minutes to go. In the lane, hesitation from Murphy, who counters. North Central is not going away on the road, trying to stop a 9-game slide. McMahon. Yes, indeed. First points for Fiona McMahon, who's been averaging 7 a night as a freshman in her first collegiate start here this evening. Tess Godhart able to clean up the rebound. And Elmhurst can afford to run some time now with just over 6 minutes left. And a 4-point lead. Godhart waits. Underneath, no. Hung up on the rim, and then a foul on the rebound. This is on Godhart. Owns 13 points in the ball game. Team foul number 6. Take a look at Tess Godhart. Conversation between the officials and the scores table, trying to make sure that was indeed the 6th foul and not the 7th. The next one will send North Central to the line with 6 minutes even to go. 57-53. Shoemaker wants the basketball underneath. Good denial so far from Elmhurst. Hernandez with the shot clock down to 7, uses a screen, pulls up from 15. 57-55 with 5:25 remaining. And a travel. Key turnover for Elmhurst. Blue Jays have been very good at valuing the basketball here in the second half. Turned it over 9 times in the first. That's only the 4th turnover of the second half. Tess Godhart takes the seat with 5:20 remaining. Devin Vaughn will return with 4 fouls. Megan Ney back as well. Johns lost the ball. Away races Maisto. Maisto slings for Ney in the lane. Turnaround, no. Fiona McMahon, second chance. Oh my. Under 5 minutes to go. A nip and tuck affair. Newsom fakes right. Working on Ney. Newsom spinning into the traffic. Denied by Ney. Devin Vaughn. In and out. Nice move, though, by Vaughn. The defender bit, and Vaughn saw it, drove in. Here's Hernandez in transition off the back of the rim. Neither team can find a way to score here. 4 minutes left. 2-point lead, 57-55. Elmhurst will swing it into the post. McMahon scores. It's been a quiet evening for Devin Vaughn due to some foul troubles, but she was able to work it into the block for Fiona McMahon, and with 3:48 to play, it's again a 4-point lead for Elmhurst at 59-55. Elmhurst shooting 40% in the ball game, 22 of 55. 40%, as we said. North Central at 38%. 21 of 56. 3 3-pointers for Elmhurst on 12 attempts. 4 threes for North Central on 14 tries. North Central has turned the ball over 17 times in the ball game, but the Cardinals are +7 on the glass. 39-32. Tess Godhart, the leading scorer for Elmhurst currently, as you look at the Blue Jay huddle. Acting head coach Todd Sherman settling down the troops. 3:48 left in this one. Let's take a look at the nice feed from Vaughn into the open McMahon. McMahon has done all of her damage this year coming off the bench, but has stepped up here late in her first start with a couple of big buckets. Nervous look from Todd Sherman on the Elmhurst sidelines. Under 4 minutes left. Hernandez picks up the dribble, looking for help. Murphy playing catch with Cooling. Murphy with 7 to work with, back to Cooling again. To the corner, 3 on the way from Johns. Air ball, out of bounds, stays with North Central, but a shot clock violation. Or will they? The officials are going to talk this one over. Michelle Roof on the North Central bench saying, hey, you got to maybe give at least a second here. And they will indeed put 1 on the shot clock. North Central had all kinds of problems the last time the shot clock was down to nothing off of an inbounds play. Hernandez will trigger it for the Cardinals. 3:18 remaining in a 4-point game. Looking to lob, having issues, turning around, 3-pointer air ball from Cooling to beat the buzzer. And a key turnover with 3:16 left. th turnover tonight for North Central. Devin Vaughn picks up the dribble. McMahon will bounce for Ney, left it short. Collins cleans up. Off the screen, wide open Cooley, tried to set her feet. Maybe wasn't quite ready as the 3-pointer is off to the right. 2:35 to play. Vaughn looking for McMahon, charted it the whole way. Murphy read the eyes, came up with the steal. Here's Johns, no good, long rebound, chased down by Johns. And a fresh 30 for North Central. Timeout. 2:08 to play and a timeout for North Central. 59-55 is the score at R.A. Faginal Hall tonight. North Central coming off a 68-43 loss at Carthage. Elmhurst finally stopped a 2-game losing streak with a victory over North Park, 65-61. Faces of the North Central bench with just over 2 minutes remaining. Cardinals have not been able to find points of late. While on the Elmhurst side, Todd Sherman.
Go get it. Let's go.
Trying to will his team to the victory here with just over 2 minutes. Todd Sherman is the acting head coach tonight. Head coach Tefney Carrillo not with the ball club today. Central with the ball, 2:05 remaining. Resin to the free throw line. Out towards Collins. Comes to set a screen for Malaya. Malaya with a jump stop. No. Same team as Ney and McMahon tangled briefly. McMahon with a better half. We're inside of 2 minutes. Here is Ney, perhaps for the clinching bucket. In and out, but Tess Goddard is there. A huge second half from Goddard. 11 points, including perhaps the key moment of the ball game. A steal and a bucket coast to coast. Elmhurst again taking some time here, running clock, but a turnover. Malaya 1-on-2, tries to take, and Maisto reached in and just got a piece. 1:16 remaining. Jordan Maisto can't believe it. That's her first. Let's have a look. And a little bit of a reach from behind. Malaya to the free throw line for North Central. First attempt is no good. Malaya held to just 4 points today, below her season average. Top guards in the CCIW, 4th in assists and 2nd in steals, splits the free throws. They've got a 3-point game with 1:15 to go. Here's Devin Vaughn. Swanson on her defensively. Inside a minute. Shot clock down to 10. Goddard down Main Street from 12. Turns around, in and out. McMahon, an offensive rebound. And a huge basket for Fiona McMahon. We've talked a lot about Tess Goddard here in the second half. How about Fiona McMahon of late trying to close out the victory as well? 61-56. Here's Malaya to score. And a timeout for North Central. It's a 30-second timeout. The Cardinals have 2 TOs remaining. (61-58). Elmhurst up 3. Blue Jays looking to survive without one of the top players in the conference this evening, Megan Merklin. These are the kind of games you need, though, in a conference championship race. Playing without one of your top players. Finding a way to pull one out at home. Elmhurst is just 38 2/10 away from doing just that. Again, Ney will inbound, having issues. Pressure from the Cardinals. Ney spots Devin Vaughn. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ney sets a screen for Maisto. Bucket can seemingly ice it. Vaughn on the take. Will head to the free throw line. Devin Vaughn with 13 points in the ball game. He's turning on the gas, heading towards the basket. And Vaughn will have a couple of shots here with 17.1. Good. That'll make it a 2-possession game. One more for Vaughn. Tada. 63-58. North Central will roll it ahead towards the center line. Malaya with his shot clock dark. Up the left edge of the lane to the corner towards Johns. Too much time. And we've got a whistle. Looks like a timeout. It is a timeout for North Central. Boy, took them 12 seconds to take a timeout, down 5. the initial drive isn't there, you have to know that there's a timeout at your disposal. .9 remaining. Elmhurst trying to win 2 in a row. Blue Jays open CCIW play with 5 consecutive victories before dropping consecutive contests. One at North Park, and are looking to win here at home against North Central as well. Last moments of advice for Elmhurst. Advice is pretty simple, don't foul. You're up 5 with under 5 seconds left. And basically almost pack in the defense and give North Central an opportunity to hit an open jumper. Press initially. Too much time taken away for Johns. Her jumper is no good. Malaya's putback does indeed count, but that'll be all. 63-60. Elmhurst records the victory here at home, ridding themselves of a very, very pesky North Central squad. Let's take a look at the final totals in the ball game. Elmhurst shot 39% in the contest. They were out-rebounded 42-36, but come away with the 63-60 victory in the contest. North Central turned the ball over 17 times in the affair. Let's take a look at the leading scorers. North Central's top scorer in the ball game, Sophie Newson and Jenny Swanson, 10 apiece. Swanson scored her 10 very early. For Elmhurst, Devin Vaughn with 15, Tess Godhart with 13. And a big 6 from Fiona McMahon in her first collegiate start to go along with 7 boards. 63-60 is the final. Elmhurst improves to 16-4 and 7-2 in the CCIW. The Blue Jays will keep pace with a couple of the teams around them entering the final stretch in the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin. That'll put the finishing touches on our broadcast here today on Elmhurst, our kind of town. For our production staff, Director Glenn Liljeberg and producer Jeannie Urick, also our entire crew here at R.A. Fagnall Hall from Elmhurst College. I'm Tim Calderwood. Thanks for taking some time to join us.